Welcome back, boys and girls, to another episode of Prison Architect. So, I changed the config file. We're bringing in 124 prisoners today. That is correct, 124. The reason for that is our population is getting way too low. Now, one of the changes I'm making, it is going to be all normal prisoners, not these high-sec sons of bitches that are killing me every single day. I'm having a hard time getting any progress done because of them. So, along with the 124 prisoners that are coming in here, we are going to also be bringing... ooh, look at all that nice wood. As you can see here, we have the third cell block addition done, and I've started to etch out the planning, as you can see right here. Nothing's 100% just yet, but this is the general idea here that I'm going for, just for simplicity's sake. So I figured... since, like I said, the yard is going to be centralized in only one prison block, what I'll do is I'll make those solitary cells lining the entranceways between the three prison blocks. So I'm doing something a little different that I haven't done before. And I have entrances. As you can see, it's a completely different architectural design from what I've been doing so far up to this point. In this design here. Similar idea here. I just wanted to mix it up. You know, I've been doing the same thing for a while now, so I wanted to change it up a little bit, see if there was anything neat and cool that we could do here. Now, the only downside to all of this is that there will be, so that's one door and two doors. So yeah, these are four-way entrances here and four-way entrances here. That should allow the prisoners to be able to move between these prison cells pretty effectively. I'll put doors there, of course, and I can choose whether or not I leave them locked or unlocked. But since the yard is going to be right here, so we're going to remove all this foundation and we'll turn this all into a yard here. The idea is, you know, we're bringing in, we have 237 prisoners on site right now. All right, I want to have 300 goddamn prisoners in here. Why does it only say 48? There should be a lot more than that. Oh, they just haven't all shown up. 49. Okay, good. I was going to say there should be a lot more than that. I'm confused. Anyway, the basic layout is, you know, it's going to be like this. So you've got your big old prison block, lots and lots of prison cells, lots and lots of prison cells. I haven't decided if I'm going to make this... I think I'm going to make this the common area right here. That's why I haven't put the cells all the way up to this point. Entrance to the shower, those are shower drains, shower heads, obviously. Similar idea over here. I've left it a little bit more space because the canteen connects right here to this path. I figure that during the day, a lot of the prisoners are probably going to move through this place here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I figure the prisoners are probably going to go like this when it comes to lunchtime. Like the ones who are way the hell over here might go down this way, but majority of people are going to come down through here. So I want to leave lots and lots of open area in this middle cell block because, again, like I said, the yard for the 3 cell blocks will be right here. I'm hoping that that will give a little bit more utilization of the yard by these 3 cell blocks, because I don't know, we keep running into the problem where I don't ever get enough utilization of the cell blocks, which I find slightly annoying, because it's like, what do I build all these bloody yards for when you guys never goddamn use them? That has something to do with the fact that I don't dictate a yard time for any of these guys. Yard time is free time for them. You know, if they want to go and they want to go exercise in the yard, they can do that during free time. I don't like restricting everyone to a yard time, because what happens with yard-specific time is half the guys don't want to be in the yard. It takes them, I mean, with a prison this size, it takes them 45 to an hour just to get to a yard. So they never go to the one that's closest to them. They always go to the one that they feel like going to. So, like, I have a cell here, I'm going to go to this yard here. That's just stupid. So to alleviate that issue, I'm just going to do it this way. You know, I'm not going to establish a yard-specific time. Just not going to do that. I think I like this layout. It's kind of cool. It just looks different, right? I mean, I've been doing the same thing for so long here. It was starting to get a little dry, I think, is the word to use. I haven't decided if this shower is oversized or not yet. I have to count out how many cells are in one of these cell blocks first. I haven't done that. And then, you know, I can shrink it if I have to. I'm thinking this might be the proper size of it, though, And this one here, I can have a smaller shower because quite literally there's only going to be this handful of prison cells in this cell block here. Because like I said, these are solitary cells. These 2 blocks here are going to be the solitary cells for these 3 cell block areas. That does twofold. It gives a four-way entrance between these 2 cell blocks, and it also allows for any solitary confinement needs between the 3 cell blocks to be utilized between the 3 cell blocks. It's more about efficiency than it is like these ones down here where it's kind of a over use of solitary. I don't feel like I need to do that again for this grouping here. I don't know. Let's just take a quick overview of the prison. I think the layout is pretty damn good at this point. Like I said, we're going to work upward here, so the next cell block will obviously have to mimic this. Well, shit now. Now here's the issue. Because I'm alternating the sizes of these cell blocks, which is kind of a bad move on my part. I should have actually just gone with the same cell block, big cell block, big cell block, big cell block. Because now, if I build it with another one of these guys right here, the third one will be this one, right? That might cause an issue because it would be. I don't think we're really going to expand too much further than we are right now. So I think the next logical step would be to build another one of these sizes here, and then finally one of these sizes here. That would still keep the symmetry the same because the dimensions between these, it's thin area, thick area. Over here we have thick area, thin area, thick area, just for simplicity's sake. So if we go thin area, thick area, it should still line up with the edge of the prison right here. We could always expand further in the future if we need to by expanding this way. The only problem, the reason why I didn't expand this way in the first place is because the canteen's starting to get pretty far away from my prisoners, and I don't want them in a position where they're not able to get to the canteen in a reasonable amount of time. Now that being said, I could always expand north again. I'm thinking this prison's getting to the peak of what the game can handle. I don't really know if I want to go much bigger than what we have right now. It's already hard enough to manage these guys on a daily basis. If I start adding more and more and more prisoners to it, it's just going to get more and more difficult to manage. This is the end game of where we are with Prison Architect. You can't do much more than what we've already done. That is the downside to this, is that now it just becomes about making sure that the prison runs efficiently. Well, that's been one of my main goals since the start, to make sure the prison's running efficiently. So sadly, it's not, there's not much going on. Like what's up with this one prisoner here? Oh, he's dead. Well, then he should be in that, shouldn't he? But I don't know if you guys understand. Like, I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying here. Is like, once you've gotten to this point in the game, we have a freaking dozen workshops. We have a giant visiting place. We have a morgue. We have an infirmary. Everything is laid out exactly what we can have. There's an armory that we just added in 17. Big security offices for the future amount of cameras I'm going to be putting in. Huge laundry. What else is there to do? I've added everything. I've done everything. The prison is as efficiently laid out as I can possibly. Well, that's not 100% true, but you can't just start off right off the bat with this kind of a size prison. We've had to build it as the days went. We're on day 90, day frickin' 90. So the prison is more or less exactly as big as it's really going to get. I don't think we need to expand any further than this, but I will do thin section, thick section, just to finish off the top blocks here, and then that's it. That'll be it for the prison. We're not going any further than that, because any further than that is just going to starting to get a little freaking crazy. So let's do this now. So materials. Oh shit, no, we can't do it that way. Let's install a pair of locking doors here just quickly so that I can do what I want to do. Alright, so materials, brick wall. Yeah, we'll get these guys to install this, and then I can lock off this cell block, and then I can remove this area here and turn it into the yard. I think that's plenty big enough for a yard. I don't know for sure. We'll put one door to the yard here and one door to the yard here. Make them double doors, of course. Maybe we'll put one in the middle too. What the hell? I mean, there's really no reason not to do that. Now you can see that's going to be a very, very large yard, and truth be told, I don't need to make it that big. But I figured just to keep the scale proper, because I'm pretty sure I did the same dimensions as these yards here. It might be a little bigger. I don't know. Let's see. It's 21 long, or deep, I should say. Yeah, 21 deep. Okay, yeah. So I did nail it. I wasn't 100% sure if I had gotten those dimensions correct or not. But yeah, so we'll keep the dimensions of that yard the same as these ones, just for symmetry's sake. You know me. I'm a little bit of anal retentive when it comes to this crap. I always like to make sure everything looks freaking beautiful. Let's just keep laying out this quickly. I hope you guys like the layout. I mean, again, we're not going for maximum prisoner capacity in this place here for square footage. We could get, I mean, if we had one centralized shower, we could build a monster cell block. And maybe that's what I'll do for 18. I'll build more of a traditional style, what I see a lot of you guys building here, where it's this big, huge circle of stuff, and then the yards in the middle and the showers or in the, like some other spot. I build this way because, one, when have you ever seen an outdoor prison where everything is little rooms? It's not an army base where there's a barracks and then there's a canteen over here and then there's a military police office over here and a training yard over here, and you walk outside to each one of these things with a fence surrounding you. This is not a military base. This is a prison. Nowhere in the world, as far as I know, is there prisons that are laid out that way. Prisons are indoor things like this with centralized yards. For example, like Shawshank. Let's use Shawshank. You know, a fictional prisoner. Shawshank, the layout is similar to this. And also, I mean, in real life, prison blocks usually hold thousands of prisoners. You know, like San Quentin, a prison block out there, it holds hundreds of prisoners. We can't do that. We just can't do it that way. Come on, stop derping out. Yeah, Intervision, they're getting really caught up on corners for some reason. I don't know why exactly, but these guys are having a really, really rough time with corners. And it's happening a lot. A frickin' ass ton a lot. They're getting caught up on little corners, and it's all the sprites. See, look, she did it again. Fuck. Ah, thank God. Ooh, I didn't think of that. These doors are going to look really goddamn ugly like that. Because they'd be sticking right out into the... What is wrong here? Oh, whoops. I'm not in the drawing tool. There we go. So now the doors will be here and here, just like before, and I can get in 2 more prison cells. Beautiful. Beautiful. As soon as those doors are installed, I'll get them... Well, I can probably tell them now to bulldoze the foundation here. Oh, goddamn autosave. Alright, I wasn't sure if that had placed or not. And we've got our beautiful shower. Yeah, so they'll get that installed in a second. And then we'll have the 2 doors here. And I can lock off this prison block while they demolish this section up here and make it into the yard. I'm also thinking I'm going to put the majority of the playground stuff, phones, pool table, television, all that shit out into the yard. I'll make a... Maybe I won't do that. I don't know. I'll just leave it in these 2 cell blocks. These guys can make their way over here. I'll put a bunch of TVs, a bunch of shit right in this area here, okay? And these guys can make their way over there if they want to. I'm not going to... I want to distribute this stuff a little bit more evenly than it is, or not evenly, but I want to do something that's more, here's a centralized yard, here's your areas where you go and you talk on the phone and shit. That's just how I want to do this. I want to keep, again, the symmetry, so again, there'll be another yard right here, and there'll be another big thick cell block right here. That gives the guys a chance to go, anybody in this one can go to this yard, and this yard, anybody in this one can go to this yard, and the people in this one will go to this yard, if they want to go to the yard. Symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. That's the only reason I'm doing any of this. Oh, God. Oh, whoops. The doors are backwards. And that's only a 1 opening as a result. God damn it. Alright, well, I'll fix that in a minute. I'll fix that in a minute. I want to get the fence up, because if the fence is not up, they're going to be able to walk right out of here. So we'll fix that in just a second. Right now, it was more just to keep the yellow flashiness from happening. Yeah, so I mean, again, we're kind of at a maximum point in the game where it's starting to bog down. Like, we're running at 10 frames per second here. And that's more to do with the CPU limitations, I would think, because it's now doing so many operations relating to every single one of these sprites that's running around. There's lots of little things that are happening here. I don't need all these guards anymore. I just had a whole bunch of them for the beginning here. I brought in 128 prisoners, so I thought I might want to keep a few extra guards on hand. Here we go. Oh, they're almost done. So let's get out perimeter wall. And as soon as they're done removing that foundation up there, we'll just drag it right across. I might as well get started on that, guys. Clean up all that rock. And of course, we'll continue this fence line right around the perimeter of the building here. We can actually finally do a proper perimeter fence, which I haven't had to do because of the layout here, because they could never tunnel through here. They'd never, like, this guy is the closest guy to an outside wall. You know what I mean? This guy's the furthest from an outside wall where he could actually tunnel to escape. That's probably why we don't have anyone tunneling in our prison. Like, no one tunnels. I've had 2 tunnels or something like that the whole time I've made this prison, because there's no... I eliminated... This layout eliminates tunneling. There is nowhere to tunnel. Like, even these guys. Okay, so you have an outside area here, but then there's a walkway and another outside area and a wall. Like, where the hell are you going to tunnel to? You can't. There's nowhere to tunnel to. You'd have to tunnel all the way out here to be able to escape. Similarly, you'd have to tunnel all the way up through here to escape. And tunneling through this perimeter wall's not a real good option for you, so you're going to be going this way. Yeah, there is no way for any of these guys at any spot in a prison to escape. Like, if you're here, you'd have to tunnel all the way out to here. If you're here, you have to tunnel all the way up to here. Well, or you'd go like this and then go through here. But that's just, they don't do that kind of tunneling. It's just, that's too much work or something. I don't know. Like, this guy here, what are you going to do? Tunnel out through the kitchen? And I did it on purpose with the utilities. If you see, the utilities never run through any cells. Look at that. See? There's not a single point where a pipe runs through a cell, like a big one that they can crawl through. A big one, if he got into this pipe and he used this pipe to try to escape, where the hell is he going? Like, he'd have to go through the pipe all the way up to this point and then tunnel out through there. There's just nowhere for these guys to escape to. There is 0 places for them to go to. That was all done on purpose. It's all about the layout, guys. Look, there's not a single water pipe that leaves the perimeter of the prison. This is probably the closest point for anyone to escape the prison if they got through. If this guy tunneled out to the pipe, then went down here. But that is a perimeter wall. So once again, there's no real escape path for them. And that is done intentionally. So we're going to keep that mantra going. This is probably going to be the closest they'll be able to escape, because there's only going to be a perimeter wall around this prison block. Oh, come on, you fucking idiots. Ugh. Hate these guys. Did they get that wall built? They did. Good. Anyway, so this is you know, we're approaching the end game again, sadly. You know, and that's okay. You know, maybe for Alpha 18 I'll build something brand new. Who knows? But until then, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Take it easy.